This is the Louie T Network. Hey, either you're outside or you're
in the lab room.
Who else could it be but me, your man, Louie T? Welcome. You are in the lab room. Of course, I am your host, Lou. Thank you for joining me. Week number 16 in the National Football League. Week 16 action between the Oakland Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. Nobody, and I mean nobody, misses the postseason like the Buffalo Bills. Here's a golden opportunity after the humongous, the season-saving win at home versus the Green Bay Packers. How would you follow that up with an encore? How would you follow that win up? What's the encore you got for me? You got the Raiders. I said, you're going out to the Bay to have a party, man. Party, party, party for everybody out in the Bay Area. If you're Buffalo, there's no way you can do what you did last week and then come to Oakland and lay an egg. You just can't do it. It's not allowed. And there's a new theory. There's a new rule out there that says if you lose to the Oakland Raiders, you can't go dancing. You don't get to go to the dance. You don't get to pass go and collect $200. You lose to the Raiders, you get to watch the playoffs at home with everybody else. So that's a new rule. So anybody trying to, Kansas City still in the mix, you lost to Oakland, you don't get to go to the postseason. It's not allowed. It can't happen. It's a rule. So if you're Buffalo, you got to win the game. Why wouldn't you win? You're Buffalo. You just beat Green Bay. No way you're losing this game, right? Right? Raiders said, hey, look, man, we won 2 in a row at home. Don't sleep on us. Don't sleep. Wake up. Wake up. Don't sleep on us. We playing some good football at the crib right now. Don't worry about what we did last week at Kansas City. That was on the road. We at home at the old.co. Watch out for us. I said, oh, I hear you talking. What you got for me, though? I hear words. I see action. I want to see action. I don't do a lot of talking. I do action. Let me see the action, man. Time for some action. Let me see it. So the Raiders, they show up, and it looked like it was going to be bleak early. It looked like it was going to be that party I was talking about in the Bay Area for the Buffalo Bills. Samuel Watkins. Give it up for Mr. Sammy Watkins. Sammy gets in the end zone on a 49-yard touchdown. Strike, first possession. It's 7-0. Bills putting that pressure on the 4 early in this game. Raiders going 3 and out. And so Bills get the football back again, and they move it right down the field again. They're right there on the cusp of field goal range. Kyle Orton can't throw an interception. Wait, first of all, what a play by Uncle Charles. This guy's still playing football at a high level, man. Like, I don't think people understand because he's playing in Oakland now. I don't think they're really paying attention. This dude is playing at a really high level. Better than 80% of the safeties in this league. Uncle Charles is playing at that high of a level out there. I don't think you guys know, but I'm telling you, I've been watching the Raiders all year. Uncle Charles is playing some football out there, man. And he makes a beautiful play. At the last second, he turns, locates football, pulls it down, picks it off. Now, first of all, bad decision. Okay, Scott Chandler was never open on this play. That's number one. Number two, bad throw, okay? Bad throw. Scott Chandler, what is he, like 6'5", 6? Throw it up high, man. Give a man a chance to go up and get the football. What are you throwing it down here and allowing Uncle Charles to have a chance to go after the football? So, look, Kyle Orton, and this is what you get out of Kyle. It's good Kyle, it's bad Kyle. The problem is you're never going to get great Kyle, and that's why you can never go to the postseason with Kyle Orton as your quarterback. That's why you can never win a Super Bowl with Kyle Orton as your quarterback, because Kyle Orton is mediocre. He's average. He's a solid quarterback. He's a nice backup. He'll get you where you want to go for a 2, 3, 4 week stretch. But if you're asking Kyle Orton to be the guy for the entire season, you're barking up the wrong tree. And that's what happened here. And I thought that pick by Uncle Charles was the game changer because, again, if the Raiders go down 10-0 in this game, and look, Dan Carpenter be dropping bombs. I'm talking about Dan will hit one from 54. He hit one from 54 in this game. Dan will drop a 56-yarder on you if you give him a chance. You are right there on the cusp of field goal range. You can't turn it over there. Give Dan a chance to knock it home, man. If you go up 10-0, I really believe in my heart that the Raiders fold after that because, again, they're a bad football team. And what happens when bad football teams go down by double digits, they start saying to themselves, here we go again. And so you would have had them right where you wanted them. That pick gave them all the momentum in the world. Now, they didn't do anything with the pick, but it was the fact that it took a point opportunity off the scoreboard and allowed them to flip the field position, and it gave them a chance to stay relevant in this game, and it gave them confidence. What do I always tell you? Don't let bad teams loiter. Don't let them hang around. Hey, man, what you doing? I'm just chilling. I'm just hanging out, man. You know, just shooting the breeze. Don't worry about me. I'm not even here. Don't even pay attention to me. Don't let the bad teams hang, because when they hang around, they get confidence. And when they get confidence, they start to think they can win. And when they start to think they can win, they do. And so, it's 7-0. Then the Raiders say, all right, well, you're going to let us hang around? Well, we might as well get on the scoreboard. And then so Sebastian Janikowski starts getting it going with some field goals. And all of a sudden, Raiders start getting it going. Derek Carr starts to get some momentum. And all of a sudden, he hits a big boy bomb up top. And I like Kimbrell Tompkins. I liked him when he was in New England. I like this kid. And I think he's someone that the Raiders will like moving forward. The Raiders have a lot of stuff at receiver. Not all of it good. I think he's one of those guys that you need to keep moving forward. He gets behind the secondary. Derek has a clean pocket to which to work. He lets go a bomb, and it was a beautiful thrown football. Hits him in stride down to about the 2-yard line. Raiders get in the end zone, and he finds James Jones a couple plays later. So just like that, Raiders respond. They get a touchdown, and all of a sudden the Raiders have confidence. They got the utmost confidence. Now, you're at the point now where you're getting in that danger zone, because now they smell blood in the water. They smell a victory. And, you know, again, when you get these garbage teams and these teams that have had a rough season and they smell a W, hard to tell them that they can't have it. And so you were really kind of living dangerous if you're Buffalo, but you kept making some plays just enough to hang tough, but you never gave yourself a chance to run away. That one chance, you had it, you blew it when you were up 7-0. Now you're just basically hanging around. Scott Chandler gets in the end zone. Good throw from Orton. Big time play by Scott Chandler to get in the end zone. Cuts the Raiders lead down from 19-7 to 14-19, which again gives you a chance to hang around. But like I said, Kyle Orton will only do so much. You had opportunities in this game though. Kyle Orton missed Hogan 7-11. He was open on the play. It almost was picked off. Replay overturned it, but he was open, had to step on the defender, and if he hits him in stride, no telling what happens there. You had a couple of times and opportunities to do some things in this game, and Kyle Orton just was errant. You had C.J. Spiller back in this game, but he was rusty. You could tell he wasn't going to be a factor in this game. You couldn't get the ground game going. They really stifled you there. Khalil Mack was beating both of your tackles. He was in the backfield constantly in this game. And then, of course, from a defensive standpoint, I just thought the Raiders, once Marcel Darius went out of the game, the Raiders started to control the game with the ground game, and they really got some good production out of their back. And Latavius Murray has been a pleasant surprise for the Raiders, and it makes you ask the question, why wasn't this guy playing sooner? We've been asking for Latavius Murray all season long. Only when Dennis Allen gets canned does he start to see the field, and the guy has proven to be a revelation for the Raiders. He had a monster day on the ground, really can help them control the game and the pace and the tempo. And so Latavius Murray is starting to get going. Look, if you want to beat a bad team on the road, you need to make plays. Brandon Spikes had a pick 6 in his hand. You got to catch the football, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say to you. You want to party in Oakland? You want to party? Then you got to make plays. And that was an easy pick 6er, man. That was a house call. Bling, bling. House call. Hang up. No house call for Brandon Spikes, because he can't catch. He's got hands of stone. That ball hit him right square in the hands, and he was off to the races. But you can't ball without the ball. And so Raiders do enough, man. Get another touchdown late to their one of their fullbacks. You know, Alawale out of the backfield. He gets in the end zone. That caps off a drive that featured a huge play by Andre Holmes going up and high pointing the football. And that was a second or a third and long play too. So that's a tough one to give up if you're the Bills. But again, you gave them too much confidence. You gave them too much leeway, and you give them that much rope. Eventually, you're going to end up hanging yourself. And that's what happened in this game. You tried to make a go of it late. You scored a late touchdown to make it interesting. But look, you gave the Raiders too many opportunities to win, and they took it. and they ended your season. And look, you can't go to the postseason. If you can't beat the Raiders, you can't go dancing. And for the, let's see, where are we now? The 15th consecutively year, the longest drought in the National Football League, the playoffs will commence without the Buffalo Bills being one of the participants. And so, the Bills still longing for the time when they were partying like it was 1999. That was the last time they were in the postseason. Yikes! As the Raiders upset the Buffalo Bills in their season in the O.co. 26-24. Big win for the Raiders. Their third consecutive win at home. They got a big one. Look, this is a big one. And I told you, I got a buddy of mine that huge Oakland Raiders fan, and he wants this game against Denver back. Problem is, it's in Denver, and the Denver Broncos need this game back. I'll be interested to see how the Raiders handle this type of adversity because now you're having a little bit of success. You're on the road. You've played well at home. You still haven't won a road game all season long. And I don't believe you're going to change your stripes now. And I'm not even asking for you to win. I want to see competitive football. Don't let Peyton Manning and that Denver Broncos football team hang 38 or 45 on your skull. Make this a competitive football game. Lose this game 27-17. Lose this game 30-17. Show me that you're going to compete. Don't do what you did against Kansas City 2 weeks ago and get walloped on the road. Show me some fight and some resolve on the road, and maybe I'll believe that you're building something. But until then, it's nice to win at home, but the good teams win on the road. We'll see what happens there. If you're Buffalo, this is a really good season. I think the expectations for this season, I think that you're right around where everyone thought you would be. I thought you were a 7-win team. I thought you were a 6-win team. You made it all the way to 8. You still got a chance to make it to 9. I mean, it's a feel-good story. I think Doug Marrone has done enough to keep his job for one more year at least. So we'll see what happens there. But when it's all said and done, Kyle Orton is your quarterback. And with that being said, you can't make it to the postseason. I'm sorry. You just can't. And so you fall. You're now 8-7 on the season. Still got a shot to finish over 500. Try to make that happen. Gonna be tough. The Patriots have absolutely zero to play for now. You might get you some Jimmy Garoppolo. Win that football game if you are the Buffalo Bills. And that'll help you overcome a mental hurdle as well. You haven't been able to beat the Patriots, especially in Foxborough. Be nice to get one over the Patriots in that game. I don't give a damn who's playing. Jimmy Garoppolo, Tom Brady, I could care less. The objective is to beat the Patriots at any cost. Here's an opportunity. They have nothing, and I mean nothing, to play for in that game. That's going to do it for Bills at Raiders. I thank you for joining me. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the lab room. Come back and join me. So I've got one more game to break down in week number 16 in the National Football League. See you in a bit.